I cut off my sister over a Lego set. My daughter Amy is 5 and she's always been a daddy's girl, completely obsessed with him. I'm convinced she loves him more than me. Did it hurt sometimes? Yeah, but honestly, I was just glad she had a dad who loved her so much. I never had that growing up. My sister Christina has a 12-year-old son named Peter, and there's always been something off about that kid. Last Christmas, Amy got this Disney snow globe she was so excited about, and she was showing it to everyone at dinner. Peter reached over to look at it and knocked it right off the table. It shattered everywhere and Amy was crying her eyes out. Peter smirked. My husband saw his smirk and pulled me into the kitchen. That wasn't an accident. That kid did it on purpose. Christina overheard and flipped out, said we were being dramatic and that Peter was just clumsy. Then unexpectedly, my husband got diagnosed with stage 4 pancreatic cancer. The doctors told us he had 6 months to live, but he only made it to 4. I was absolutely heartbroken, but trying to keep it together for Amy. But my husband, he spent the months he had left to focus on her. He wrote her letters for every birthday until she turned 21. He recorded videos for her wedding day, her first heartbreak, her graduation. He wanted to be there for all of it, even when he couldn't be there physically. But the thing that mattered most to him was this stupid Lego set, this Disney Castle Lego set that had 4,000 pieces. Amy had been begging for it for over a year since she's obsessed with Disney, but we kept saying she was too young. Then 2 weeks after the diagnosis, he came home with the Lego set. I asked him what he was doing, and he said, "We're gonna build it together." Except he knew he wouldn't finish it with her, so he came up with a plan. Every single step in that Lego instruction booklet, he recorded himself reading out loud. All 490 steps, his voice walking her through it. "Okay, princess, now find the 2 little blue ones. Now snap them right on top. Perfect. Daddy's so proud of you." He recorded over 6 hours of audio. Sometimes he'd have to stop because he was too tired. Sometimes I'd hear him crying in the middle of a step and then pulling himself together so she wouldn't hear it when she played it back. He finished the last recording 8 days before he died. Amy started building the castle right after the funeral. She was 5 years old, sitting on her bedroom floor with that giant box, playing her daddy's voice on his old iPad. She refused to let anyone help. Not me, not my mom, no one. She'd say, "This is me and daddy's project." She'd do 1 or 2 steps a day. Sometimes she'd just sit there and listen to his voice without building anything at all. It's been 7 months since he died. She's maybe a third of the way done. That half-built castle sits on a table in her room like an altar. Then last weekend, we had family over at our house for my mom's birthday. Christina brought her son Peter. My gut told me not to invite him, but my mom insisted. "He's family," she said. "You can't just exclude a child." So he came. Amy wanted to show everyone her castle. She brought my mom into her room and played one of the recordings. My husband's voice filled the room. My mom started crying. I had to leave the room. Peter followed Amy back to her room after. He was fascinated with it and asked if he could help build. Amy said no. He asked if he could just watch. She said no again. He got frustrated and asked why. She said, "Because it's me and daddy's, not yours." I was going down the stairs when I heard his voice go flat. Whatever. It's boring anyway. I should have trusted my gut. 20 minutes later, I heard Amy scream. Not cry. Scream. I ran upstairs and found her standing in her doorway, shaking. The castle was smashed. Pieces everywhere. Months of work scattered across the floor like trash. I felt sick, but my first thought was, it's okay. We can rebuild it. Then Amy looked at me and said, "Daddy's gone." I didn't understand. Then I looked at Peter. The iPad was in Peter's hands. I walked over and grabbed it from him. I opened the voice memos. He deleted them. All 490 recordings gone. I looked at Peter. He was smiling. I have never wanted to hurt a child before that moment. My hands were shaking. I couldn't speak. Christina came rushing in. She saw the Legos on the floor and immediately said, "Don't be dramatic. It's fine. She can just rebuild it. It's not a big deal." I said, "He deleted the recordings. All of them." She blinked. "Just check the recently deleted." I opened it. He deleted those too. Christina looked at Peter, then back at me. Then she shrugged and said, "Well, maybe it's not healthy for her to hold on to that stuff anyway." Peter did her a favor. She's lucky I didn't kill her, but I cut her off.